SpaceX is not interested in researching speculative space technologies in the hope that they will be feasible for the future. That's a lot more NASA-related. SpaceX is just dedicated to developing superior space technology by applying known ideas and concepts. Sometimes we underestimate Elon Musk way too much. It is quite true that there's no other CEO like Elon Musk, who sustains a number of functioning units that have climbed to the top and given serious competition to companies alike. And this time, the much-awaited Warp Drive project is actually here. Keep watching to catch more details about it, and hey, maybe drop a like. Let's get started. Warp drives are one of the science fiction tropes that allow stories to set on a cosmic scale to overcome this fiction constraint. Space warp, however, has been criticized as illogical and has been linked to a variety of rubber science methods that don't really fit into our current understanding of physics, like anti-gravity and negative mass. A warp drive is also known as a drive that permits a starship to travel faster than light, which is a fictional superluminal spacecraft propulsion engine that has appeared in science fiction works, most notably Star Trek, and is actually the subject of ongoing physics research. The concept of a warp drive was first conceived by John W. Campbell in his 1957 novel Islands of Space, and it was popularized by Star Trek television series. The speculative warp drive concept is based on a solution of Einstein's general relativity field equations, which show that a spacecraft may achieve faster than light flight if a customizable energy density field with a lower density than that of the vacuum could be generated. Rather than flying faster than light inside of a local reference frame, a starship would traverse great distances by compressing space in front of it and expanding space behind it, resulting in faster than light travel. Objects can't accelerate to the velocity of light in regular spacetime. Instead, the Alcubierre drive modifies space around an item, allowing it to reach its goal quicker than light would in normal space without actually violating any physical laws. Unlike photons, solids have non-zero rest mass that cannot move at the speed of light. According to Einstein's special relativity theory, the problem with a material object going faster than light is that it would require an infinite amount of kinetic energy to do so. Harold White, a NASA scientist and the head of the Advanced Propulsion Team, oversaw the space agency's efforts to determine whether a faster-than-light warp drive is feasible, and if so, how to build one. He produced a model and design for a starship like the Enterprise from Star Trek. White oversaw an interferometer experiment designed to evaluate such an influence at the nanoscale. The data was pretty ambiguous, though, and the scientist noted that while a non-zero or non-conforming influence was observed, the difference might have been caused by other causes. The experiment's failure doesn't really rule out the potential of warp bubbles, though. In 2021, a DARPA-funded research study at NASA's Johnson Space Center might have inadvertently found a way to manufacture a warp drive engine. The research found that the energy needed for warp technology is a lot lower than it was previously thought. The research was conducted on items known as Casimir cavities, which are cavities composed of two parallel plates and a pillar running between them. When exposed to a standard vacuum, they create a negative vacuum between the plates, and in his paper, Alcubierre argued that the Casimir vacuum between parallel plates could actually satisfy the negative energy requirement for the Alcubierre drive. Dr. White designed and carried out a microscopic experiment. White's team has already submitted a concept for testable nanoscale warp drive craft in the near future, and if that experiment's a success, we will not be far away from the day when we have an actual working prototype of a warp bubble in practicality. This finding is a critical and massive step forward to the development of man's very own warp bubble, capable of breaking the barrier that has long plagued humanity of the speed of light. What do you think about the warp drive technology and this big reveal so far? Let us know in the comment section below, and subscribe for more cool nerdy updates from this boy. Later.